Welcome back, everybody, to the madness of the Books and Bics show, where we talk everything wrestling that we want to talk about. I is Bix. This is Books. The wrong way. This is Books.
I'm booked.
And she's Books. And we are going to bring you a wonderful episode today full of madness. What madness? You'll be ready to find out.
Madness.
Madness. How are you doing today, my lovely Books?
You know what? Living the madness life. I had a dirty martini, so I'm giggly. How are you?
Uh, oh, I'm doing quite well. I burst out of bed, got myself ready, and now we're here. Joyful time zones of madness. We get the end of your day and we get the beginning of my day, so it just combines in like this
Yeah.
chaotic little lovely loaf of bread. Speaking of chaotic
I
little
mean,
lovely loaves of
you
bread,
hold on. When
hmm,
you get to start your day with me, and I get to end my day with you. That's just perfection.
hey, just perfection, right? How could we go wrong? And now everyone else gets to start, end, or even middle their days with us. Why did middle their days with us sound rude? Why? 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 It just came out of my mouth and I was
I
like,
don't know.
oh, I don't think I like that.
No,
No, no, no, no, no.
no, no, no.
So, since we talk about wrestling, we might as well discuss how we got into wrestling and all the little fun, joyous adventures we had getting to where we are today and our wrestling fandom. And I want to start off with you, Books, because if anyone's
Oh,
listened
me.
to, oh, yes, because if anyone's listened to Don't Call Me Diva, which they absolutely should, then they would already have heard a little bit of moi. But we have not heard any of you apart from our
You.
wonderful episode 4.
I was gonna say, I think it was
Ah,
3 or 4.
the 3 of the Don't Call Me Diva show. We have a little, double episode of the year. It's really nice where all this magic began. But I want to hear it all from you in detail and everything. Gimme.
Okay, in detail. Well,
Hmm.
you know, it all starts in, I think it was 2012. My best friend and I had a little bit of a tiff right when I graduated college because I prioritized going to a job interview over a trip with her. So we didn't talk for
How
2 years.
rude. Yes.
We st-
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh dear.
22 year olds.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, fair.
yeah, yeah. Um, so we started talking again, and she was a huge John Cena fan. Like, I mean, her birthday theme was John Cena.
No way.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Oh.
so I worked for a company that, at the time, the company I went for the interview for,
So it was
uh,
always going to be the better idea.
oh yeah, had a suite at Harbor Yard Arena in Bridgeport, and there was a Monday Night Raw taping there, and they were giving away, they were had tickets available. So
Ah.
I went and I asked. Now, like a couple weeks before, I was doing event planning, so I just threw a massive event. And I just remember the vice president of sales goes to my boss. She goes, "She's not buying these tickets. Just give them to her. She deserved it. She worked hard." I was like, "Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Thank
that."
you. Yeah. Oh.
So yeah, her name was KK. So I called her up. I said, "KK, um, belated birthday present. We're going to Raw." What the fuck? Like, I got free tickets. We're going. Um, so we went, and I have never watched a single episode of wrestling before this. I had no idea what I was getting into. Um,
Nothing. Wow.
Nothing, nothing. Now, mind you, I grew up right outside of Stanford. Grew up looking at the Titan Tower.
Yeah.
Um, I had no idea what to expect other than John Cena, and I knew who The Rock was. Um, So we went and it was fun. It was really fun. The main event was John Cena versus CM Punk.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. But oh God, so there were so many people there now looking back, which has been so funny to look at those old pictures. Like Brian Danielson was there. Um
real.
uh Claudio Castagnoli, I think, was there. Like, I'm gonna have to really dig into these photos and like find the names because it's so funny to
Yeah,
like
I
go,
would
oh
love
my
to
God, I know
know.
them.
Mm.
I'll come prepared next week for the people in there.
Yes,
Um, so I bought a John Cena shirt that night. I bought a See Me shirt. I watched one or two episodes of Raw after that, and I was like, I'm done with this shit. This is the John Cena shirt went into a drawer to not be seen again. I actually think I donated it because when I started to watch wrestling again, it was not there.
it was
It
gone.
folded away from me. It was gone.
It folded. Didn't know they
Um,
had magical powers.
yeah, wait. So flash forward now, turning right before my 30th birthday, I meet my partner who just got back into wrestling himself.
Ah,
And I was then forced to watch Raw and SmackDown and going, God damn it. But now I'm living in Stanford, so now it's funny. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll see a wrestler. Oh my God, let me get into this. And I immediately fall in love with Finn Balor. I'm like, no, Demon Finn Balor.
yes, distinctive.
Distinctive. Two different characters.
Mhm.
But I was very passive. Alexa Bliss, loved her. Thought she was awesome. I was like her. But still passive until so then I remember when we made this, like, we started watching AEW, and like he was like, "Okay, you're gonna like AEW." I'm like, "Oh, I like," because like I don't like WWE. Like, you know, here we are. I'm watching because you like it. For
Okay.
me.
We're
Um,
changing the channel. That's fine.
and the first AEW episode I remember is when Kip and Penelope got married, and I was like, "I'm out. This is so stupid." I
Chaos
hate
of
this.
their wedding. Oh, bless.
Oh,
That was a hilarious episode. But yeah, I could
yeah,
imagine. You're like,
it,
I'm not here for this wedding shit.
yeah, but I don't like these. I don't like these angles. I think at the
Yeah.
same time, the Lana and um uh oh my God,
Ah,
why am I
Delana and
blanking on
Bobby. It was
Bobby
Bobby and she
Lashley?
was, yeah, fuck, I hated
Angle
that.
was happening on WWE, and I was like, I this is like, why are we doing this?
I know,
Um,
right? Why are we doing this? Fuck, I hated that.
like I knew pretty on like as we kept watching AEW, I liked AEW more.
Oh, cool.
The coolest thing was going onto our roof during Money in the Bank during COVID
Yeah.
and being able to see the setup at Titan Tower
Yo,
for the Money in the Bank like matches because they were on the rooftop, but
yo,
we were high
yo.
enough that we could see them. So that was like that's how now I'm
That's
kind of getting into
cool.
it.
That's cool. I
Um,
actually, sorry, jumping in. I actually like really like because I can only remember the women's match from that pay-per-view.
Me too.
But I really like that. I know, right? But I really like that though. I actually thought whoever produced that did a really, really fucking good
Really good
job. And of
job.
course, Asuka like stole like the show because that's just what she was doing then, and probably still doing now. I don't know. But no, whoever like produced that show, wow. I mean
Great
that
job.
match. Well done. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Um, so yeah, and then I remember like some AEW matches and pay-per-views, like Stadium Stampede. Really enjoyed Sammy getting run over with a golf cart and chased down with a horse. Like there are things I remember, but like we went to that first Grand Slam in 2021,
you did?
and that's when I went from passive to insane person.
Yeah.
And I don't know what clicked because now, mind you, it's a completely different experience from that first Raw. Like I'm
Yeah.
like have an idea of what's happening. Like I understand the characters. Like
Yes.
that first match was Kenny Omega and Bryan
Bull
Danielson.
fucking shit. No way. Oh, of course it would be.
And
Blow your mind.
yeah, and I left there like Kenny Omega's my favorite wrestler. Bryan Danielson's a goat. Like this is incredible. Like I was even excited for CM. I was excited for CM Punk, which if you know me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
wild.
No.
Like I
I
left that completely obsessed. Like um I bought like a signed Britt Baker. No, no, that's not what I bought. A signed Britt Baker. I didn't get
yeah.
any merch that time. Um,
Okay.
and then we went to another. Then we went back to Harbor Yard for Dynamite, and that's when I left with multiple shirts, a signed Britt Baker. I was like, this is my personality now.
Yeah, yeah.
And here I am, 4 years later, and it's my personality, which is
Yeah.
crazy because like it was a like what 12-year journey to like going from
It,
like, oh, this is fucking stupid. This is so stupid. Why am I here? Why did I watch these 2 episodes of Raw? Like, what is even happening? What's a pay per
what
view?
was wrong with
What's the
me?
difference? What's SmackDown? What
Why did
is
I
this
buy the
nonsense?
shirt?
To going up to my, why do I have a shirt? Where to go to? I still want to know. To running up to my roof in 2020 to watch that Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
To where I am now, calling myself Tony Khan's lover and and the leader of a Kenny Omega church. Like
Being like
it's
the insider PA for the Young Bucks.
yeah. It, if that
You've gained a lot
2012,
of
if
titles.
like if that 2012 book saw me now, I think she would have assumed I've gotten hit in the head
I
and
think
like
she
had a
probably would have
completely
too. Yeah.
like, and especially because it was all because of a boy. Like you let
Yeah.
a boy turn you into a wrestling fan.
Yeah. You would have sat yourself down and gone, okay, do we need an intervention? Like, is this, is this consensual?
Yeah,
Are you are you being held with wrestling against
and
your will?
and and now what's funny is it switched where
Yeah.
he's extremely passive
Yeah.
and like barely keeps up. He like will watch it with me, but like
Yeah.
we've gone in like this completely separate way. Um, and I'm like, now I feel like I'm the one holding him hostage. Like I was like, oh, no,
No,
I need
not
a
at
Saturday
all.
night. And
That
nine
is
times out of
so
10, when it's like,
funny.
oh, you want to watch Collision? All right, like let's put it on.
You're like, ooh,
It was it's such a it's so funny because it was literally like a 12-year journey that literally like happened then because I guess when something's forced down your throat for like a couple years and you're watching it 3 nights a week, you're gonna like it.
yeah, yeah. You're either gonna like get into it, like you say, like casually, and like, you know what's going on or something like that. Yeah, or you like, yeah, jump on board, or you just like, this is the end. I'm sorry, this is the end. If I watch one more episode of this, I am gonna die.
I I I I, I still laugh to this day because I even think like Christine who went to Grand that books who went to Grand Slam would be like, what happened? Like the book that was walking into Grand Slam with, oh, why are we here?
Yeah, yeah. Even she was
For the book
completely different.
after Grand Slam, completely different person. Like I was like, I need to learn everything
Yeah.
that I know about Sting, like deep end. Goodbye. She was lost.
I I really love that though. I really, really loved it. Like this, that it's like awoken this new little spark in you. No, I really, really like that because then like we all got to meet as well
I
because
know.
we're, oh my God. Oh my God. What? Why? Shit. Woo! My life flashed before my eyes. Anyone like,
Julia chose violence today.
ooh, I'm gonna end up in a fucking unwanted Philly street fight with Julia Hart if I keep going on like this. Oh my
You
God, I
are.
really need to move to my new spot. She, I need to be a little safe distance away from that lady. And now I completely forgot what I was
She's
saying. So carry on.
coming to miss you. That
Oh
she's gonna come out of
no.
the picture all ring style and
Ooh.
miss you.
I mean, I wouldn't say no.
I mean, who would? Who would say no? I
Be
would.
a great little
Well,
like
I'm terrified of
sidekick.
them.
I'd be a great spooky
I
sidekick,
would go all. I mean, black's my favorite color,
Hmm.
even though I'm in pink today.
Yeah, but it's for show off the shirt. Show off the shirt. It's a very important shirt. Very, very important shirt. Pile drive fascism, people. Can we still get it on the store? I think it's still available on the store, isn't
I have
it?
to double check.
Yeah, we'll just have to double check. Go to the sickosclub.com website anyway and go check out the store. You will be able to see if the pile drivey fascism is still there or not. It is was originally made for a wonderful charity by the amazing Brett Michelle. I forget what do you remember what the charity is? Can please tell because I have forgotten.
ACLU.
Thank you. Uh,
ACLU.
thank
Like
you.
the human rights.
Yes, yes. So it's a brilliant, brilliant cause. So that is why this wonderful t-shirt was created. And you can get yourself some amazing merch as well at circusclub.com. Oh,
Hmm.
carrying on.
And some like just amazing pieces by all our lovely friends and
Oh, yes, some amazing written pieces, some wonderful art as well is on there. Just brilliant, brilliant stuff is over there. It's really, really good,
brilliant.
really, really good. Yeah. And no, it's not just AEW ass licking as well either. If you actually read, like if you actually read and comprehend, you'll realize it's a very neutral's not the word, smart, open-minded, not tribalistic. We don't have our heads up our ass.
It is in fact still on as of today.
Oh, go to the shop if you wish and go get yourself a t-shirt. It's a very cool. I have myself one. It's in black, but as I said before, it's chilly, so I
It,
am not in a t-shirt today because
I'm going to
I
be
am
buying
still
myself the David
the what?
Arquette shirt. The
Ah,
David Arquette
yeah.
shirt because now Ready to Rumble is one of my favorite movies, and that's also something I can't believe I said. So
Ready to Rumble is a fun little romp, a fun little like don't take it seriously movie and all that kind of shit. And I really feel bad for him with how he got booked in like WCW because he didn't want all that. He didn't want to be like the champion. He didn't want to have all that bollocks, but he got written into it anyway. And as he knew, it didn't get over. Everyone knew it wouldn't get over apart from the idiot who fucking booked it. God damn, poor David Arquette. Oh, I has a question. So what was it that like made you guys do this like started watching AEW? Like did he start watching it like as soon as it created? Like, just like, oh, something else new to watch,
yeah,
rah, 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 rah. Yeah. Ah, cool.
he was he was really deep into like wrestling news sites, so he was like really getting into like the Kenny Omega like Okada stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I remember like he showed me those matches like very bad quality on YouTube. Um,
Got like 3 pixels
uh,
flying around the screen.
um, yeah, he just got really into it and was like he was a WCW kid. So I
Ah,
think there was a part of him who liked the idea of AEW.
no, I get that. I
Um,
get that. Yeah.
he was a WCW kid.
Yeah. I have to say when I was watching them when they were both on, um I did because like even when they were being shown here for some unknown reason, like they didn't have to, but they had them all at the same time on different channels. It was like, well, this is unnecessary, but okay. Um, And I do remember like we'd flick back and forth an awful lot because there was just a lot of like jibber jabber on the wobbly wobbly. And there was a hell of a lot of really great tag matches and stuff on WCW. And I was like, I've always loved tag matches. Always thought they were the best. So I get that. I get that. Yeah.
How did you get into wrestling? Or a quick
So
summary, because mine was long.
all right. So I just give you the bullet points. Born wrestling here. There you go. Um, I got into wrestling super young. Like I still remember like the superstars of wrestling like opening WWF and the gold swooshing around to like, like super old. Um and it was how old would I have been? So it all lines up with like childhood trauma as well. So yeah, this is fun. Um,
I don't mean to laugh, but I
oh, no,
laugh
no,
at
no,
my
no,
own
no, no, no,
trauma
laugh, laugh,
now
laugh.
because that's how I deal with it.
Yeah. No, no, no. Please, please laugh. Please laugh with me. Okay? Please, because it's all a bit ridiculous, really, when you look back on it. Um, really, all of that just in one, well, couldn't have spread that around to someone else. No, oh, okay. Um, so I think I might have been about six-ish because it was after my parents had split and my dad had his own house and everything. So when I stayed over on the weekends, it was on like the Fridays, and I have no idea what he was doing, but I was sitting in front of the television at like it would have been on at like 10:30, 11 or something because I do remember that and Married with Children were combined. So I was a 6-year old watching wrestling and Married with Children all by myself. Explains a lot. Um, um, and yeah, so I remember doing that, and I remember um just seeing the Red Rooster just like run down to like the ring, and he was just full of like character. And I thought his like red mohawk was really cool because even then I was like, had alternate dealings in my mind. I was like, oh, that little like red, that thing is like really cool. But even at 6, I was like, he's really got to stop doing the caca, not the caca, that's fucking crow. Like that
I,
young, I was like, yo, buddy, we need to not do this.
I just looked him up because obviously I did not watch wrestling back then. Um,
No,
Mohawk was cool.
it was, right? It was super cool. And like, yeah, he was just like full of like energy. He'd fly around the ring and stuff. So like he was like my first ever favorite singles wrestler. And then my first ever like super like, oh, I'm so into these guys were the Rockers. And that's where my whole like love of tag team wrestling came from because the Rockers were like it for me. They had an amazing costume. Once again, they were full of energy. They'd fly around the ring and everything. So like ever since I was like 6 years old, I was not into this like traditional wrestling of dumpty doo around the ring. We have a little headlock and and oh body slam, oh big boot. I was like it's so fucking boring. So like even like in the early ons, I was like, Hulk Hogan, you are boring. So boring. And all he did was like talk and I was like boring. And he just went on about vitamins and prayers and shit. And I was like, boring. Going on about his 10-inch pythons that had nothing to do with snakes, boring.
And
And
gross.
like no and like, well, now we know he's so gross, but like, and also like, no disrespect or anything. He was just like a full on like patriot of like his country character. And I don't get behind those characters ever, like of any country. I'm like, go away, Heat. Like the British Bulldog, go away. He was the exact same, like Great Britain, and plus he brought his dogs like with him to ringside, and I'm against that as well. Don't get me started on like my heartbreak about like being a massive Jake the Snake fan, and then like the whole like horrors of like what the Damians went through. That was quite a moment for me to like get my head around. So like I was watching this stuff from like ages, and I thought like the Ultimate Warrior was cool, just because he was just basically just like insane. So I started watching back then, and I would watch all the pay-per-views that we would get and all that kind of stuff. And then life kind of imploded again. And then I remember coming back to it when it was on like we have do we still have it? Anyway, back like in like the 90s, we had like Sky, which was like a I guess a cable. And that's the place that had like the two channels that had the um WWF and WCW on it. And so yeah, so I came back to watch it, and it was, what era were we in? I think we were just on the precipice of going into like the Attitude Era, like a little bit before then, I think. I think maybe about a year or maybe a year or half a year before that, I got back into it. And WCW, like I said, was way more interesting to me at the time because of like the luchas. I mean, they even attempted to have like a women's wrestling division, kinda. Um, I remember like watching the episode that Medusa like puts her like title belt in the bin, and I remember being like absolutely shattered because I thought this was like the ending of like all women's wrestling ever, Like I thought she had just murdered like all women's wrestling, and I was like, it's like it's only just coming back enough as it is. Please don't take it away. So like all of my like wrestling idols and like women were of course always like the valets because that's really kind of all we had until I got exposed to like Luna Vachon, and that was absolutely amazing. And like obviously the Jumping Bomb Angels on WCW, and then Bull Nakano broke my mind. I was like, oh my God, this woman is amazing. And Awesome Kong, like she was amazing. Like she was a big giant woman, like a big giant like black American woman, and she was like a powerful and like being, showcased as such. And I was like, fuck you. Because like even though I'm like a light white little Kiwi, I have always thrived mentally in my entertainment if there is, I love it when we got diversity going on. So I felt like a lot more diversity was going on moves. Ladies don't do those moves. Don't wear this, wear this. Suck my cock. Show me your tits. Like, and I wasn't, even as a young
That's
child, I could sense that. I could really sense that. Even with Sable, I was never a fan of Sable
I think
because, carry on. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's why I didn't get into wrestling as a kid because like the Attitude Era and the bra and panties matches and like how they treated women, like I was like, why am I like why would you watch this? This is just like I didn't understand how women could watch it because it felt
Yeah,
icky.
yeah. And it was less icky on WCW for a time, although they did have the Nitro Girls doing like their dancey thing, which I thought was a little out of place, but never mind. But I honestly remember being like, oh, there they go, dancing away. Okay. Um, and then when they started doing the wobbly wobbly thing of like getting some of them to then be like wrestlers, it was like, oh, I don't really, this is kind of going in the same little like direction. Oh, I don't really know about that. Um, and then, but tag team wrestling was going off then. So that is what kept me watching. Um, it did also give me this major complex of like not blossoming, so to speak, into a woman because every like version of a woman or even like a young woman was like, how good is she going to be in bed? Let's see how good she looks naked. It was like totally like forced into everything like that. And it's like your worth is like in your body. So I was like, I didn't have like gender dysphoria or anything, but I had major like denial. Like, no. I will never be referred to as a woman because then you're gonna no, no, thank you. So it did make me feel a little icky about that, and that really, really sucked. But the little like shining light of leader was really nice. Like that was really nice. Trish was a little bit for me. Like she really like put the work in, but she was still being led by her tit. She was like being told to do stuff. It just seemed like this was just like her kind of thing. But like, yeah, she was also like just led by her tits, and I'm like, this is not fun to watch. This is not fun. So yeah, so then I ended up buggering off for a little bit from watching it. I missed the whole like evolution into like the divas, not the yeah, the diva era and the whole like beginning of NXT. So I missed all of that. I missed like a big chunk of that. I came back at about 2017 when all of those women were now on like the main roster and stuff. But like amazing stuff was being done in NXT, like YOSH, Dakota Kai was there, and like just so much awesome stuff. And so that was like, oh, this is good. Oh, hell yeah. Like there were amazing women's matches back then in like 2017, 2018. Like, oh my God, on both things. Like it was really ramping up. I was like, this is it. And then it wasn't. Like, and then it just wasn't.
Yeah, it went downhill very quickly there. 'Cause that was the
Yeah,
time I started watching, so I can literally pinpoint when it went.
you can, eh? It's quite obvious. It really is quite obvious. Like, and it made no sense because there was so much talent there. But yet, Eva Marie, bless her heart, um, she couldn't bloody do anything, but they were trying to push her to the moon. And it was that kind of stuff. And like, no shade on them either, but the Bella twins weren't really they weren't really coming from a background of where the crowd, I think, could justifiably get onto their back because if you actually looked at them like independently, apart from all like like away from all the shade and stuff, they worked really well. They always put their all into it, all that kind of thing. They were up for kind of freaking anything. Um, but like because of where they slid in from, they got this like, and of course because of their characters, it just made it easier as well to like jump on that. So I think those kind of characters always have to be heel, I think. But yeah, it was doing so well and then it didn't. And during that kind of part, I was also starting to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling with my love. We started watching Triple R and like it was just like opening up like so much of a world and then like Stardom was there and it was like it's getting more into Joshi and it's like okay, wrestling, here we go. This is the Jumping Bomb Angels that I saw all those years ago that I wanted more of. There was a Bull Nakano I fucking wanted to see more of, and Awesome Kong and stuff, right? And that really, that just honestly that fueled the fire back. Like the women's division and the Wobbly like went woo, and then it kind of went and then woo back. But of course, it was back again with like men's wrestling. But with Joshi like here as well, going like, ooh, fan, fan, fan. And then because of knowing all that and like watching all that kind of stuff, we were watching BTE. And if you watched BTE back then, you got everything. you know. That was the backstage show that you watched to basically know what was going to happen, or like to get the clues, or like to get the storylines, or like the goss, or like anything, right?
Yeah.
Still, one of my funniest fucking things that I always giggle about and think about all the time was when they murdered Adam Cole.
We were going, or it was going to be fuck the revival. Oh,
But the revival is hilarious, but no, the murder of Adam Cole.
Adam Cole. And then the seance. Adam Cole. I love them. I love the
I
elite so
loved it.
much.
I know, right? I loved it so much. And then they started to really like get under the skin of like the wobbly wobbly and
Yeah.
the old new. And like they couldn't do like the too sweet anymore. But then they turned the cease and desist into like massive merch sales. And that really pissed them off. Oh my God, that pissed them off so much to the point that fucking when they were gonna start, fucking try to like called them a glorified t-shirt company. It's like, oh my God, put your jealousy away. Because I was obviously still like watching during that part. And it was when like that kind of shit was happening. I was like,
Yeah.
oh man. And then I really saw the change in like their like booking and then all that kind of shit. And I was
Mhm.
like, see you later. I'm going to jump on this train now. It was lovely having me. Thank you. I could have done
Thank you,
better.
but
But thank you, but goodbye.
that's it.
Goodbye. Thank you, but stay with it. And yeah, and that was so much fun. Like, and
Yeah.
just being like, oh my God, can they do it? Can they actually do it? And then it's been like, oh, the whole thing's sold out. Like, oh my God, it's like selling out so much. And then like the show went on. I'm like, ah. And then you've got good women's wrestling and Nyla motherfucking Rose, icon of wrestling, icon of wrestling, and it is criminal that she has been kept off TV for whatever reasons. I'm assuming it's like for her safety, and I
I'm
can
a
understand that.
yeah.
Mm,
At
I
least
can
that's
absolutely.
my impression because
Mm,
wrestling is
mm,
the states they go to are
mm, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, honestly, that's where I've been thinking too, and it's like it makes complete sense. And yes, yes, please keep Nyla Rose as safe as possible. But at the same time, it's like
well, especially because they have such a good relationship. She's on AEW gaming all the time. Like they don't
all the time.
like
Yeah.
like there's no bad blood there. I think
Mm-mm.
they're all in agreement like your safety is our top
Yes.
priority. And
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely.
not gonna fault
Absolutely.
them for that.
No. No, not at all. Like when I like talk about it in like a fun little like kayfabe way, it's like I try not to like go into like, well, the reality, but like it's the reality.
The reality is
The reality is it ain't safe. And yeah, so been a crazy ass day one AEW fan since the word go. It has been the bestest time watching the production like grow into what it has
yes.
been. What they did during the pandemic times when they were in Jacksonville was inspired. Even when they, messed up, it was still inspired because then they just kind of learnt and like
Yeah, we
did
were
something
watching
else.
them learn and watching them learn how to become
Yes,
a major wrestling promotion. And you know, I might have
exactly.
been passive back then, but it's crazy to see how far they've come. And those pandemic shows
It is
were
a
so like I remember when they first got like a couple like they first had a couple of wrestlers go out in the crowd just to have noises and
me
stuff. And
too.
it was just like it got us through some really tough times. And
It really, really did. Shout out to Austin Gunn, the MVP of the wrestler crowd. I have to say, he was filming stuff. He was chanting. He was doing his best to be like an entire 5,000 people crowd all in one little body. Not not little, of
Yeah.
course, but in comparison to a 5,000
No.
amount of people,
But
it was
in
more.
yeah,
He did so well, I think, really to like pump everyone up because that had to be weird. That had to
he
be
did.
really weird. You would have been,
It had to be
you would
hard.
have been like, oh, I'm in training, but no, actually, we're filming. This is like the actual like go-go. Because like everything is
Hmm.
just so fed off the crowd, even if you are doing like televised wrestling, which is of course very different than just plain old like non-televised wrestling. But the crowd is still very much the third person or however many you got in the ring, the extra person of the show.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that, like, you know, crossing over, I could imagine
Miss
mentally
like
it would have been
it
really
miss
hard.
hard. Well, especially because like it feels like you can't make a mistake because there's no crowd there to like either help cover it up. Because like
Yeah.
obviously there's a mistake, they can quickly turn the camera to a crowd, get a crowd shot or something.
Yes.
Versus
Yes.
when there's no crowd, like they probably had to learn new ways to communicate with each other. Like there were no cutaways.
No, there
Like,
wasn't. So yeah, they wouldn't have been able to do like the normal kind of communicating and stuff and all that kind of things. And also they were still very new at camera
mhm.
cutting around that as well.
Yeah, they were
Um
green.
yeah, exactly. Like you can see some moments you're like, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
you probably shouldn't have cut to that camera, but you know, hey, it's fine. We're all learning together. What do I
we're
know?
all
I've
learning.
just
I'm a new fan.
we're
I'm learning.
all
Like let's
learning
do that.
together. We were held hostage by that Kevin fucking motherfucker for so goddamn long. This is new. Oh, speaking of, actually, one of the major things that turned me off the wobbly wobbly, along with like the whole like, what are you doing to the women's division and the tag division and everything? Just what are you doing? Is their goddamn like in and out, with
Yeah, it
everyone's like shot. Oh my God, that drove me bonkers. Really drove me bonkers.
yeah. I feel like I remember like even in the beginning loving like the I don't want to say the roughness of AEW,
Yeah.
but I maybe rawness was a better term because it felt calmer
Mm, it felt
in a
more
weird sense.
organic. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like it didn't feel like pause there.
No, right?
Like
And I know this subject, this particular subject gets a lot of like wobbly wobbly fans rather pissed off. But I was also sick of hearing like the same piped in crowd music every single, I mean, goddamn
all the
time.
time.
Every single time for everything. Honestly, getting to hear real crowds on AEW products was like obviously before they had to like shut down the crowds. Oh, it was so wonderful just to hear a natural, organic crowd chant raise up, crowd chants raise down, whoos ways up. Like, not everyone's getting into it. Maybe just these people over here, you know, like an actual, real crowd
Mhm.
noises.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was
And
so goddamn refreshing.
I don't even think I realized that, like the difference until like honestly, like probably recently where I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize how much they piped in. Like
Mm,
and how much
so
sometimes I feel like
much.
AEW also tones down a little bit AEW like crowd noises. Because I've
Mm,
watched
mm.
shows I've been at and I'm like, my God, it was so loud in there. But I also
Yeah,
think they know
yeah.
when like sometimes being a little loud is not always the best,
No.
but I personally want to hear commentary. I like to watch from home, so I
Yeah.
get to hear commentary.
Well, exactly. I love to hear the commentary. I also love to be able to hear like not like the things I'm not meant to hear. But like I also love to hear like the banter between the wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
Like I've always felt that that was very important. Because that just makes a hell of a lot more of a personal like battle with
Hmm.
themselves, you know, like actually hearing what them saying. Yeah, I've never liked it when that kind of stuff was like overly, you know, like turned down. Sorry, that's the word I was meant to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's quite bad, eh? It's quite bad.
Personally, I would love to
Because
hear
it's, I
more of
mean,
the
you
things that
can
we're not
just
supposed to hear.
Why? He's like, ooh. Like that time, I absolutely cracked up. Like when Dustin and Fletcher were having the what did he call it? It wasn't the bull rope match, was it? Or was it a Texas bull rope match? Or was it just a hardcore match? Anyway, the
I think
rope
it was just
with
hard. Yeah.
with the bell on it. He was like whacking him with it, and then you can hear Dustin go, "Hit me with the bell," and he's like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know why I like that stuff. I think it's like I love the backstage nonsense. Like I love getting real backstage look at
Yes,
it. Like I find it so
yeah,
like one of the things I had a hard time comprehending when I first started watching wrestling was understanding that like it took me like, and it's not because I'm stupid, it's literally because I've never watched wrestling before, was learning that like
yeah.
these are storylines, like they're friends behind the scenes. Now I'm like, that became so intriguing to me that I was like, I need to see everything backstage. Like I need to like I don't mind those like curtains get pulled up shows. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna give that company money. But
I don't know.
I find that stuff so
Yeah.
intriguing.
Stuff. It's like, ooh, we're in like backstage fun times now, you know? Like I can separate that. It doesn't ruin like the rivalries at all for me, like
No.
not one little bit. And I also love it when you see those wrestlers who keep like want to keep their kayfabe at all time. I love that. I really, really fucking love that. Like Malachi Black was really good at doing that, like when he was caught backstage and stuff. And I really love
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So you can get the intermingle. You can have the wrestlers who like want to like have a double life. You can have like those wrestlers who really want to keep the mystery and intrigue. I love that. Absolutely. And
I
speaking of
I love
that,
that.
yeah, me too. And speaking of that, I'm sure we had like a Booker T rant on the last episode, and we're about to have a Booker T rant on this episode because I just saw something. I've really got to like put his name in like my muted words on threads. I really do because everything this man is saying is driving me nuts. But he got all like bitchy about like apparently, wrestlers backstage are doing TikToks or whatever. It's like, shut up.
That's like
Shut
literally
up.
how you promote stuff now. And like
Yeah.
one of my issues with AEW is I think the wrestlers should be doing more of that.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, they should be doing a lot more like online kind of contenty stuff.
Mhm.
And you see some of them too, like Queen Aminata's great
Yes,
for
yes.
it. She's the only one that's coming to my mind, sorry, just off the
I
top
think
of your head.
Harley
But
does some. Megan Bain and Penelope Ford have been
Harley is
doing some
really
stuff
good.
too.
Yeah, Athena's good as well. She posts an awful lot. But yeah, like
Mercedes
just a
every
little
once in a
bit more.
while.
Mercedes, yeah, no, she's I like it because hers kind of like dips and waves with like her character, like highs and lows as well,
Yeah,
which I think is very, very cool. But yeah, no, I love all of that kind of stuff because
she's a smarty.
she is a smarty. Because yeah, like, because his whole complaint was like, oh, you have these people who are like rivaling over here, and then they're making TikTok dances over here, and it's like, yeah, we're intelligent fans, like. We're not smarks. We're marks who have a brain, you
Yes.
know?
I mean, I'm still broken over Hangman being in the background of MJF splitting photos.
I love that so much. I love that.
That broke me. I was
And
like,
fucking like the last time we heard Tony speak about MJF, he was pissed at him. He was so mad. And then
and
like real life Tony is like fucking bursting out of his suit, fucking with
oh, he
glee,
was
holding on
so
like
happy. He was so
he was
happy for
so
MJF.
happy.
I was like,
So happy.
it makes me appreciate like that stuff makes me appreciate MJF the character so much
Yes.
more
Yes.
because like you see him. in this rare, rare moment where you see the real MJF. And even though he's having fun with it now and he's like oh, Hangman stole all my beer and whatnot, like it
Yeah,
makes you appreciate like how good he is. Because like,
exactly. And it gives him more ammunition for his like character too.
yeah, like he can literally go, Tony was at my wedding, I can get whatever I want.
He could like hold it over his head if he
Like,
wanted to. No, honestly,
yeah.
it does not ruin anything at all. People are
Oh,
way more smarter now. And if it is like butt hurting them, well
hmm,
then get over it, buddy. Like that's a you problem. That's not a business
yeah. Like
problem. That's a you problem.
it just kind of shows that that one company doesn't want to change with the times. And
No,
unfortunately, like
no.
social media, people breaking their character, being their real selves. Like not everyone, like some people want to be in character all the time, some people don't, and we have to respect that. We have to
Yeah,
understand that, and we won't
yeah.
go ranting back onto personal boundaries again. But
Hmm.
personal boundaries come into play on here too. But
It does. Remember last episode, people? Hopefully
yeah,
you're keeping that in mind.
there's such I forgot where I was going with this, but I think we all know now the difference. Like there's K-pop and there's not, and
Yeah.
it doesn't ruin it. Seeing wrestlers in real
No.
life doing the real thing like does not ruin anything for me. I in fact love MJF more, knowing
Mhm.
how what an incredibly nice guy he is behind the scenes. It makes
Yeah.
me love scumbag MJF
Yeah.
that much more.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes it so much fun to hate him. You know? It
Yeah,
really,
because you're
really does.
like
Because
it
you
does.
join the ride with him, take the ride. He is so
And he's
goddamn good at his character
so
work. It's
good,
really good.
so good.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
it,
really, really is.
I don't know how anyone could be that good.
No, me neither, right? So there was this moment back before for AEW blossomed. You may have heard about this. So Cody Rhodes was going through his mad like major heel stage, right? And at like indie shows,
The Cody Rhodes
like
I liked. Fuck the
yeah,
revival.
yeah, the fuck the revival Cody Rhodes, right? He was he was getting like full on real goddamn heat from like fans, like MJF is now. He even had like a fan like even jump over the barricade to like attack him and stuff, like for realsies. Um, and that's the beauty that MJF has, he's like brought that back that like was slightly touched on with Cody and this character, but then like it went
Mhm.
away and he wanted to become moving on. Um,
Neck tattoo peacemaker man.
the man who completely solved racism by having a baby. Who thought it was going to be that easy?
Oh, I know he has a second one, so God only knows what he's saving with
Yeah,
this one. Solving with this one.
the
I had
second
another baby.
one. Okay, so I just watched the Alex Windsor Hey EW episode, right? And didn't they call
Oh,
their
I have to
first
watch
baby
it.
Liberty?
Yes.
So Alex Windsor was named Liberty in by like the Knight family for like her first character. And she's honestly, I'm not saying that this is connected. My brain just connected this. This is all Bexy, okay? This is just words that Bexy has just gone about. And then she was like, yeah, like who would name them? She was like, no, I didn't like that name. Like who would name themselves Liberty? Like no one. Like rah rah rah. And she was like, and then she went on to be like, I like Alex. And I was just like, like in my brain, I was like, someone who named their child Liberty. That is
Can
purely
you
just
give me?
evil little fun me.
I need a timeout. My headphones died for some reason, and I need to go grab my other ones.
Yeah, no worries. Go, 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 go. I will be here entertaining myself, having a drink, slurping my drink into my mouth. Ah, that's good. Not laughing at a child, it was just funny. Da, ba, ba, da, ba. Cause that made
Oh,
me giggle a lot. Hello. Now we have books 2.0, now with JBL headphones. Ooh, connecting, connecting,
No, that's
connecting.
so weird because like on here
Yes.
it says my AirPods are at 40%. So I don't know why they were doing the disconnect.
Oh,
Okay. I have backup now anyway.
that's all right. That's all right. My But yes, okay, we tangented. Where were we going? Where were we going?
Well, I was gonna end up now, as we talked about like
Yes,
women's wrestling.
yes.
I was gonna use the women hardcore matches.
Oh, yes, right. Transition into that. Right. How long have we been recording? How long
Yeah, I have no idea.
no, I mean neither.
All right.
56 minutes. All right. Should we talk about the hardcore? Sorry, I'm just being confused with my hair. Like talk about like the hardcore and then like Mercedes belts and
Yeah.
then yeah, that
And
should be
we can
good,
touch
eh?
on Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, yes. Ooh, touch on Eddie Kingston. One of my friends, Sophie, she has like the majorest crush on Eddie Kingston. It is so sweet.
I mean, I get it because
He's a hunk of a man. That smile, those eyes. He'd be a generous lover too, I reckon. This is not going in the show.
it could be weird because he is uh
Oh, they're giving you grief again. Okay. Get the fuck out of here,
that's
AirPods.
better. Uh-huh. Like I don't understand how they're well, yep.
Who knows?
Anyway,
Technology does technology things.
yeah. But we were talking about Alex
So,
Windsor
we were talking about
being
Alex
called
Windsor
Glittery.
being hilarious. She is really, really hilarious. And then my brain just being rather rude and laughing about a child's name.
Madness. We
It's,
promised them madness.
it's the madness. You know, if you ever come down to this side of the world, we're all this mad. Some of us are a bit madder in different ways, but we're all very mad.
We're all mad here.
We're all
The
mad here.
ultimate Disney lesson from Alice in Wonderland.
We are all mad here. And you're
We are
all
all
going
mad
to
here.
die down here. So we have something else very fun to talk about, don't we,
Yes,
Booksies? Tell the
we
people.
do. So as we told our wrestling stories, what really stood out to me was that fact that women's wrestling is like clearly a favorite, but in particularly like the women's wrestling we get in AEW, and that is
Yes.
the brutal, amazing, bloody, hardcore, badass women's match. Like
You.
if those matches existed when I was a kid, I would have been a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Could you imagine how many amazing women wrestlers there would be now if like this was able to have been achieved earlier? Like if all those like spanners in the works to like really destroy women's wrestling in the US like hadn't happened. Could you imagine where we would be now? But
Mm-hmm.
at least
I
we
would
have
have
it.
trained to be a wrestler.
I would have.
Yes, we
My
have it
body
now.
would have
I
been
mean, it's a
yeah.
little too late for me to
Yeah.
train
Yeah.
now, but you know,
Some people would say it's never
I
too
can't change
late.
the past. So
No, no, you can't change how old
I
your body is.
I am I was telling my partner that I want to. There's wrestling. Or where we live, there are wrestling gyms, and I was like, I want to go, and I just want to run the rope.
Yeah. Just want
Like
to
I
see what
don't
it's
know
like.
why. That's what I want to do. I just want to know how much it hurts because that's what everyone tells you
Hmm.
hurts the most. The rope.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to
Yeah.
know. I need to know.
I honestly, I just want to touch them. Yeah, I just want to like feel like how like whoa. Because how they look on like the tally, the good old tally, when you've got like expert people like just bedoinging off them, it's like it looks like a springy bunch of fun, and it looks like if I ran at it, I would just like catapult myself onto my face over there. But what would probably happen is like I'd run up to it and just go, "Ooh,"
Yeah.
and
I just want to know.
I'd be
And I want to be like
gone.
a weird entrant and I want to crawl through the middle rope. Like, I don't know. Like, just let me do this once. Let
I
me do this
know,
once.
right? Just let me do this once. I fucking loved it when Mercedes got into the ring. You probably don't know this tag team, this faction, but the Beautiful People from TNA. Okay, well they were like the ultimate and like over sexualized like tag team, right? But they had such an extremely sexual get like way to get into the ring
Oh
that
God.
it turned around on me. I was like, this is actually brilliant. This is ridiculous. Like, there was this one part they used to put the camera right up there, and I was like, okay, well, we don't need that. But everything apart from the camera shot, I was like, a little bit of fun. When like Mercedes sitting there like "Ooh," into the ring. Oh, I freaking love that. I popped for that hard. And Marie, I'm not Marina, Melina. Did you ever know Melina when she was in WWE? Oh my God, one of the best freaking like entrances of her time. Oh my goodness, that flexy ass. I'm totally derailing us. That flexy ass woman would get like one leg up and she'd be all like, ooh, with the leg on the apron, and then like,
I'm
whoa, the leg would go up and she'd be like, ooh, and then she'd just do this little saucy little like body roll under the ring and like just get in and be all like sex kitten with it. Fuck, I love Melina. She got so much shit.
I
Oh,
really need to do my homework.
you gotta
I
you
need to
gotta
do
watch
more
because
homework.
she was with Johnny TV. She was with Johnny TV
Okay.
and Mondo. Oh my God. Mondo once like he was having a hardcore match with Cope and Christian, and he was it with Cope and Christian? No, my bad, Hardy's. And and he got like a legit, like it wasn't meant to happen this way. He got like a legit top of the ladder, the bit that you'd like stand on, that real chunky part. He got that right in the face. His face exploded. Whoa. That was one of the like there was that. There was Ray Phoenix. Remember when Ray Phoenix like busted up his fucking elbow and whoa. That Ray Phoenix's
Wait.
and brutal. And Cash's like
Oh,
accidental ripping of his entire inner forearm off the turnbuckle. Blah, blah,
it's
blah.
so weird that that gives me reactions, but like when Mariah May and Tony Storm were bloody all together, I was like, oh, I love this.
It's beautiful, right? Because it's part of the art. That was meant
Yes,
to
like,
happen.
Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker being covered in blood together. I was like, oh, I like this. Why do I
I
like
iconic. I've always thought that women do amazing hardcore matches if they're just like given
Mhm.
the ability to just go hard. And the Britt
Hard? Yeah.
Baker Thunder Rosa match was one of the first matches I had seen in US wrestling where it was like, oh, this is where we're going. This is where we go with this.
Yes.
This is proper. This is absolutely proper. And icons
Yeah.
were created out of that. Like
Mhm. That
so much,
that
so
was
much
one of the first.
inspiration.
That was one of the first. Like there are certain matches that I really remember from like my that pre Grand Slam day that
Yeah.
stick out, and that one, like I was just like, again, I didn't realize that women could do like I knew women could do that, but I didn't know
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
allowed to do that in wrestling. And
Mm.
I think women are allowed to like can put on these. I think women hardcore matches are better than men. Might be an
Yep.
unpopular opinion, but women
I
have
agree.
a higher pain threshold,
Hmm.
and,
Yep.
and I think we all know that we're willing to go a little bit more like I don't want to say extreme, but we're they're more willing to push it a little bit.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're not worried so much about someone's pain level,
Exactly. Exactly.
if that
And
makes sense.
they've also got to have the whole like, you'd want to ignore it, but you have the whole like, oh, what are people going to be saying? And when I say people, we know who I'm talking about.
We know
Are
who.
gonna we know you. We know who you are.
We know.
Um, and like no matter what they do, it's just gonna be like
Hmm.
picked apart
Oh
from
yeah,
like one way. So it's just like, well, fuck it. We're just gonna go
hard.
hard.
Yeah,
Like we're just gonna be absolutely hard. Like even Willow and Marina during the Anarchy in the Arena match, like every time like I was like looking over for them and like they were just wailing into each other and
wailing
it
on
was
each other.
so freaking good. Hell yeah. And that
I mean,
it was in
Willow and
Chicago.
Stat. It was a Chicago. It was
Exactly. That was
Chicago
Chicago
street
way.
fight. Like that street
Yeah.
fight between Willow and Stat. One, you could just feel their hate, like their K-pop hate for each other, while also knowing
Oh
that
yeah.
those two women like are good friends because there was such you could because of the level of violence and the way they were like attacking each other, there was such trust. It was like such a brutal match, and they just
Yes.
went to this like another level that was
Hmm.
I don't have words. I mean, they hit each other with light bulbs.
I know, right?
Like,
And you usually only see that kind of stuff in either, well, like CZ dub, GC dub,
mhm,
or like, an awful lot in Joshi hardcore matches, you know? Like they always use that kind of stuff, but like, yeah, I mean, I get the light bulbs is the one thing that gives me the whole like because I'm like, oh, the dust, the glass dust in your eyes, like, oh my goodness. Um,
you're swallowing
and also I
glass.
watched, I know, right? I'm not. And also, I can't. I think it was Cage. I think I saw maybe him or like he was in the match with the other guy that happened to. They got like cut up real bad with one of those light things. And it was just like, oh my God, please, please be careful.
Yeah.
But they did it, and it wasn't. It was in no way carny. It was expertly put together.
Hmm.
It was so good. And like with the Hollywood ending, if there has ever been a more beautifully storylined hardcore match in the world, I would like to see it because I haven't seen it yet,
Dave
apart from
Meltzer
that.
gave that 5 stars.
Yeah.
When was the last time Dave Meltzer has ever given two like I don't want to say American, like American style based
Yeah.
wrestlers,
Yeah. Yeah.
women's wrestlers 5 stars? It was a perfect match.
It
Like
was.
I
It really,
literally
really
my
was.
only notes was it was a masterpiece.
Yeah. It's
Like
an absolute
they did
masterpiece.
such a good job at making you feel like they brutally hated each other. How many times can I
Oh
say
yeah.
brutal tonight? Take a
If
shot every time I say brutal.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, take a hit or a shot of your preferred poison every time. This is brutal, but I think books might be the one getting you a little bit more wasted than I am today.
Well,
But no,
I
that
like
was
everyone.
perfect. And but no, that was so beautifully brutal and completely, absolutely proves the point that hardcore
Mhm.
matches can be exquisite
We
and
did.
are just as good as any other like handy dandy
Mhm.
like match, like any other kind of match. And I have to say, this is very biased of me, I know, because I haven't watched any of the Wobbly Wobbly in like maybe actually like 6 years now. Um, but I have never seen a depth of storytelling in ring, out of ring, socials than I have seen out
No,
of American wrestling that I have seen in AEW.
no. I mean,
Lucha
the
Underground.
Hollywood.
Lucha Underground, they've got a really good, grasp on that too. And I think they've.
Yeah, I think the Hollywood story between Tony and Mariah proved AEW's level of storytelling, and
Mm-hmm.
it's going to go down as one of the best stories in wrestling. Um, and some of the best
I
matches,
agree.
like their three matches were just they were all good, and it ended
Oh,
in a
exactly.
perfect way.
Mm-hmm. Just how, I mean, we've actually been very, very lucky because we had the exact same thing with the Swerve and Hangman storylines as well. And they were like
Yes,
coinciding at the same time. We were very, very lucky
very
to
lucky,
have two like with the top, you know, of their division, like doing such amazing, amazing
amazing.
work that is gonna live on legendarily ever. That absolutely ever. That whole
Hmm.
shot of like
Ever.
just Tony like pissing out with blood. It was just, it was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous.
It was
Mwah.
that that end shot with the Hollywood ending and
Mm,
them laying with each
the
other.
end.
Like that that was cinema. Cinema gets
I was gonna say,
overused
I was
in
gonna say,
wrestling, but
yeah, mhm. But
that
that
shot
was, yeah,
was cinema,
it was.
cinema.
Yes.
And like
Yeah.
in books terms, I loved it because I had an enemies to lovers happening over
Hmm.
here with Hangman and Swerve, and then you had like betrayal, best friends to enemies, best friends to
Yeah.
hatred happening over here. And I was like, I am literally like reading a book right now.
Oh, hell
Like,
yeah, right?
and I don't, how is anyone telling me AEW doesn't have stories when I, the reader, am like,
And yeah,
I'm
I
literally reading a
remember on
weird
our
ass fantasy novel right now with two different side quests going on.
right, right. And I remember when we had this discussion when you joined me on the other show, it was like, well, I remember us having a very poignant conversation about how like this is why there are storylines because and you were like describing it so well because of your background in like reading and everything. And like my one of my really good friends, has gotten into AEW because of the storylines, because she loves doing D&D, you know, and she can see it like that. And she just loves seeing like, oh my
Yeah.
God, we had her over the other night for Dynamite and she got to see Timeless versus Sky Blue for the hardcore match.
Oh,
So excited for
well,
her. I really was.
speaking of that match, we had
Hmm.
staples to the tits, ass, for JJ. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was dead. I was dying because that was so like Tony has a like is just amazing at her reactions, and she brought
Yes.
out such a great side of Sky Blue, and
Yes.
like Sky Blue like I think took a little bit of time to get like that's a different type of
Yeah.
match. A hardcore like
Mhm.
Philly street fight is very different,
Yes, yes,
but
yes, yes, yes.
God, and
Yeah.
what a love letter that match was to ECW.
Right?
Like out of all the matches that were a love letter to ECW, it was women.
Yes. And Timeless was handed
Like
the kendo or oh, Jesus. The word's gone out of my brain. What's the EC? Yeah,
it
yeah,
was a
yeah, yeah.
kendo.
But in ECW, it wasn't called a kendo stick. It was called something something cane. Singapore cane. So like someone did say it's like, oh, because they had that they really, we were in the 2300, really should have been calling it a Singapore cane. And it's like, oh yes, no, 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 fair, fair, fair. That just would have been a nice little like cherry. But Sandman gave her and signed like the kendo
Uh-huh.
stick. She came out. I mean, obviously, no one can pay for the rights to enter Sandman, and also like but like, coming out doing the beer and everything, like she really like put it into it. And it was a woman's Philly street fight that honored the house of
ECW.
ECW. It wasn't given to any other man. Oh, hell no. It was given to Timeless and Sky. And I agree, like this was a little newer for Sky. Like she's obviously like the embodiment of violence at the moment, but this was like hardcore violence. So like for like real lifeies and stuff, like you're not like experienced into like how to do a move to like not like horrendously hurt someone, but also to sell it as like a big thing too. Like I think she probably could have gone a little bit harder with like, that sheep pan thing. And I
Yeah.
even remember on commentary, even Taz said he was like, those things don't do as much damage as what you might think they are. And I was like, oh, good little picking up there, Taz. I like that. And then, oh my goodness, but
The
I do.
mouse trap, like
Yes, yes. The mouse was so brilliant. She got her like finger in it. I'm like, she got her finger in a mousetrap. This isn't a worked mousetrap, people. We know AEW does not like PG their stuff. Everyone remembers Moxley's back being pulled by the nails, which I
yeah,
think is
oh
one of
wait,
the most
yeah,
best moments of wrestling ever. Everyone who
yeah.
got all like about that, I'm
It's
like, oh,
you,
go have a cocoa and go to bed. Oh, wrestling's too
little
hard for
little
you.
little
Oh,
snowflakes,
oh,
little
please
whiny
don't
snowflakes.
cry. But a giant man fucking, table bombing like little tiny Bjorga, what the hell was her name? Beulah? Oh, that's fine. But oh, a consensual, oh, ew. Why have I turned into an old man? Anyway, but yeah, so like that alone would have been like,
Painful. Yeah,
how?
I don't know the fact that she like her reaction was what it was. I was like, God, it was just like was so good. Like I love
So
that the
good.
women got to honor ECW.
Me
Like
too. Me too. And I also really, really love that how can I like explain this the way I want it to be, I guess. Body parts are body parts, no matter what like gender or whatever like thing you have. Like so like, oh no, we can't go anywhere near the boobies, or oh no, we definitely can't go anywhere near the vagina. Oh no, the mysterious vagina. We can't do anything around the vagina. Don't talk about the
the
vagina. She might ask us to find out
scary
where her
vagina.
clitoris is and we don't know. You know? Um but
You
I
know,
love oh
some
sorry,
people
yeah.
believe that the vaginas have trolls. So like they're I think they're just scared of the little trolls that live in vaginas.
They live in like the pubic hair of the vagina. That's where the trolls live. Ooh. That's why these particular men want women to be shaved, so those trolls are not in the forest
No,
of the
there's no
pubic hair.
trolls. Yeah,
Where
there's
are
no
we
trolls.
going? Back to stapling the vagina. Which is a lot. I just love
I
that, like, huh?
was like, God, things you say as a wrestling fan. Back
I
to
know, right?
stapling the vagina.
And that's the hinge topic that I wanted to go on. But like I love it how it's just like fuck yeah, like staple gun to the tit, staple gun to the tit, staple gun to the booty. I mean, we've had booty a lot. But then the JJ one, and I remember so many guys, bless their little hearts, on threads were like, I've only just heard. Did she actually staple gun her in the vagina? And I was like, oh yeah, baby. Like Timeless
Yeah.
comes along and she fucking
It's
gives the same back to Sky, and it's like, oh, double vajayjays.
like
I
it's
absolutely
so
loved it.
crazy. Yeah, as a woman watching this up, like I, my favorite part about AW is women being treated like equals. And
Me too.
you know,
Yes.
these matches just kind of show that they treat their women like equals. And
Yep.
then I mean like let's not forget I think one of the oh my god, my favorite hardcore was KJ and the Bunny versus the Bunny and Penelope Ford, which in 10 minutes they had 10 minutes
Mm,
and they had thumbtacks,
only 10.
barbed wires,
Mm-hmm.
cables,
Mm-hmm.
and there was
Yep.
more violence in that match
Yep.
than a John Moxley match.
Yep.
And they
There
did
was
it in
more
10
blood,
minutes. More
and
blood.
they did it in 10 minutes. And I would like you all to know out there, if you haven't, Ford is and Bunny are no like, they're not shy of when this was made. I got so freaking excited. so freaking excited. Because also back then I wasn't really on the Thai J train either, so I was like, yes! And like they didn't end up winning, but still I was like, that was a great match. And they all got like super,
Oh,
super bloody. Like Ty, like this is kind of why I want Ty to go a little bit away from like her like coming out onto the entrance stage and like doing the big like baby face like Kylie Ray, like the big wave because then she has such a good like mean streak in her
yes.
that like she doesn't have to go heel. Hell no, doesn't have to go heel at all. But just be a little bit more with that. And it's like,
Oh, be
oh,
perfect.
then
And
I'd be fully behind it. But every time she does the whole like, I'm like, you've lost
yes,
me. You've lost me again.
yes. And side note, this is a message for your wife.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck away from your wife and let her have her moment right now. I will find you if you take her moments away right now.
Hell yeah. Hell
You
yeah.
keep it in your pants.
Keep it. Keep it away.
Keep it in your pants.
Exactly.
Do not take her
Exactly.
away from us again. And
Please
the
don't.
bunny, I don't think the bunny is making her return anytime soon, but she was
No, we're not
training.
getting out
So
over hopes.
I'm gonna gaslight myself into thinking the
Yeah.
bunny could potentially return and we can get a part two of this match. And I would be the happiest little clam to ever exist. And
I know, right? I know. Put her in with like Bane and Ford, and we can like grow that little fiction a bit more. Oh, that'd be so nice. I love the bunny. I really, really love the bunny. She is so freaking cool. Her
and
character is
she
amazing.
and like on just like in real life, she seems so nice. Like
Ah,
I've
she seems like the
interacted with her
sweetest
on
heart.
TikTok and she interacts with every like she responds to comments and I was like,
Oh,
I'm just so happy to see you in ring training and she was like, thank you. I was like, oh,
pretty bunny. Because like she was also like really a good driving force of what could have been the AEW tag
mm-hmm.
champions when it was first kind of booping when like
First,
she kind of had a thing with like Brandy and then they kind of like had a falling out and then she bunnyified and then her and Ford and all that kind of stuff and then everything kind of imploded with a bunch of wrestlers either like leaving or got
yeah,
injured or all that kind of shit. Um but I would love to see her again in like this format of the women's division, because it's not
yeah,
like she doesn't have to like have all the pressure on her, but it's
mm-hmm.
such a beautiful, like creative, blossoming environment
Yeah,
that I think it could be really rewarding. And I would love to see
me
that.
too.
I really
It's
would.
why I really hope Britt also comes back because Britt doesn't have
Yeah,
to carry the women's division anymore. Like,
no, no,
and
she deserves to have
I feel
fun.
I feel like you know when she returned, she was going through a lot.
Oh yeah.
I I personally don't think she was in a right space to return. Um,
No, I think it was a bit early.
I think it was a bit early.
Mm.
And of course now we're hearing rumors that
Mm,
her and Tony have been in
exactly.
contact about returning and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
Who
I
does she
think like same with
have?
Bunny, like coming well, she worked with DDP for Diamond Dallas Page for a while,
Oh,
which
yes,
everyone's
yes,
like,
that
oh,
was
look
the
what
one.
Diamond Dallas Page says. I'm like, this isn't work. This isn't work. They're in Pittsburgh next week. Like,
Mm,
there's
mm.
rumors of her returning. Like, Frightful has like said, like, oh yeah, they've been in contact. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Good
like
old
she's
Frightful.
not leaving. Like, don't make Sean tell you again that they're not. She's not leaving because I think he may
Exactly,
go insane.
right?
Um,
Mm.
but I think where this women's division is. It
Mm.
being if you have Britt return and you know Sheeta's returning, there are it would be the best women's division, hands down.
It would. It
And
would, because it would be the OGs, who have like done so much from the beginning, now like joining back in with the homegrown, some new, some, coming in of like this division. Oh, it'd
mhm,
just be like the nice little icing on the cake and
yeah,
the fun they can all have, right?
hmm
So much fun.
yeah. The Brits, the
I
Sheetas, they
would
don't have even the Thunder Rosas don't have to carry this division anymore. For a reason. And
Yes,
this division is just, I can't wait for them to be at top, at full, like,
full capacity. I know, have everyone back and
and maybe
everything.
we'll get Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker again. Yeah.
We have to. We have to. Also, I need the B Priestley and Britt Baker feud to actually get legs because that
Yeah.
was like one of the first ever like feuds that were built like before she moved on to Thunder Rosa and stuff. So that's got a lot of history that we need to get through. And now B's with
hmm
Stardom, so if like when D&D comes back, we've got like a little like forbidden door to be like, hey, bitch, remember
Yeah.
me? And you're like, yeah, bitch, I remember you. And then, wah!
That's, that's probably like a good, like, part-time story too, right?
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
if Britt comes back, it's probably not going to be at the capacity she was.
no,
She's had a lot of
yeah,
health
just gotta be
issues, and
careful.
that's normal. Like, that's okay. We're going to respect that. We're
Yeah,
not going to make comments on her body again, people. We're not going to make comments about her in ring. We're going to
mm-mm.
understand that she went through something traumatic.
Yeah, yeah, you guys do
And
that
let's not
without
all,
trauma,
yeah. And let's not forget, if Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker can move on from their differences and want to work together again, you can let it go too.
right? If they've let it go and moved on, you're just kind of being a little bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
come on, man. You're
they,
you're not on anyone's side.
yeah. Oh, I'm so, like, we've, AEW is struck with such a bad injury bug right now. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
sad
it
to
is.
see the men's division
Mm,
suffering, but it's also
yeah.
very exciting to see, like, the injury bug has, like, finally dispersing from the women's division. And
Yeah, because it was over there for a while.
Kyle, like, like
Okay with my home.
it was such a go there for a while. Like, I mean, we have the ROH Women's Pure finally happening again, which is, like, exciting. And
Yes!
we're
Yes!
obviously we're getting tag teams. I still think we're getting Blood and Guts, like,
I
for
still
the
think it's
women, which
coming.
is going, like,
Yeah, I still think it's
I never
coming.
I always assumed it was going to be after All Out because Blood and Guts is its own separate, like,
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah,
dynamite
yeah.
feel. Um,
Mm.
so,
Like a
like,
Grand Slam type thing.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I think I'm very thankful for AEW for showing me what women's wrestling and introducing me to Stardom and all these other, like,
Yes, yes,
amazing
exactly.
promotions where women can be badass and brutal. Ha, take a shot or hit. Like,
We're counting.
be like equals and
Hmm.
not just a prawn panty match.
Exactly. Exactly. If they want to be sexual, they can be sexual. It's
I mean,
consensual character. If they want to be
mm-hmm.
like not at all, they want to be like whatever, they can be whatever.
Can be
You
whatever.
know? Exactly. Exactly. It's not just like,
Yeah,
no, you have to be in this one and then you go out there and do some slappy slappies. Maybe a suplex.
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe. One power bomb. Thank you. And then maybe a hurricane runner. And then no, no more. No, no more. You know.
That's
Fuck
it.
me.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way. AEW is, like you said, it's such a gateway towards other promotions as well, because they talk about the rivalries that have
The
come in, and
promotions.
they talk about the other promotions, which is why we can get like these extended rivalries with so much history.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yes,
we all know other wrestling promotions exist. We know wrestlers have stories outside of those promotions. It's not a bad thing to reference
hell no.
another
Hell
promotion.
no. Hell no. In fact, it's very good for the business.
It is good
Very,
for the
very
business.
good for the business. If you're going to
Um,
be good for business, that is good for business.
business. And speaking of good for business, I don't know
Yes.
if you saw this.
Mm,
A certain someone posted on Threads today.
did they?
Yes,
No.
he's
What
he's
did they
gotten a
say?
he got a phone call. The money was right. The contract is signed on his end, and he's coming. Now, mind you, these are his words, not mine. That
Okay.
dumb, goofy bastard, Big Bill, the Mad King, Eddie Kingston, is returning.
The heartthrob himself. Oh my goodness.
I
Because I thought
have
that
gaslit
totally came out
myself.
of left field. Eh?
Yeah, I've gaslit myself for the last 3 weeks. Oh, Eddie Kingston is going to return at the East at 2300. He
I
has
know,
to.
right?
He is like ECW. It like in a wrestler.
Yeah.
Him and
Yeah.
Moxley
Yeah.
and Darby. Those are who I think of when I think of like who would be an ECW wrestler. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I I'm really hoping it's Saturday because Collision is his show.
Collision is his show. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
He was always on Collision.
he
Oh my
was.
goodness. Do
I
you
am. I'm
think?
gas. I'm gaslighting myself so hard right now. I'm like, why else would he write it? Like, why else would you write it when you did?
Because the only reason why I'm like not 100% like sure it's going to be this Collision, it's just because everything he's kind of been doing has been very like it's been like a slow slog. So I guess that's why I've always been like, oh, it's coming, coming, coming. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I should like hold down on that, which means he is going to come because my predictions
No,
of shit have been crap.
I
So
hope.
if I take the opposite end,
Let's
then we
go
should
with
see him.
that. Let's go with that because now I so Eddie Kingston and I are both from Westchester, New York. We're both
Oh
914s. I
yeah.
have such a special love for this man, even though he claims he's from the Bronx. He's from Yonkers, which is like Eddie. That's not the Bronx. It's Yonkers.
Is it not?
Um,
No.
it's not. It's Westchester County.
Oh, you're a
So
county boy.
I am like, now mind you, it's borderline a borough, but
Oh, okay.
it's not. It's not a borough. It's part of Westchester County. But
Mm.
it's so close to the boroughs that whatever. God, I'm
You
gonna
could walk there.
the New Yorker in me is going to freak the hell out when he returns. My Mad King is coming home. And the wrestling industry is healed.
Yes, yes, everything will be all right in the world when this happens.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is going to get such a talking to when the Mad King gets
Oh,
back. Oh
oh,
my goodness, you are all in trouble because
yeah.
he's been watching everyone, every one of you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Yes.
think
Especially you,
Mox's
Moxley.
reaction would be? Yeah, do you think he will
Oh,
ignore?
I think Moxley's gonna run. No, I think Moxley's gonna run scared.
That's what I think too. Yeah, he's going to go completely in the opposite direction. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
think as well.
I
Yeah.
I so we obviously know we're getting the coffin match at all out between Darby and Moxley. I think
Yes.
he's gonna like my guess is still Moxley is losing because he's gonna take time off. Like the man deserves a vacation.
Yeah. No, he's been
But I
going hard. Yeah.
hard, yeah. I
Like two
think,
years.
yeah, with Eddie Kingston's return, I think that's I think it'd be a funny angle if Eddie Kingston returns
Yeah.
and the coffin match, like whoever loses, like has to disappear, and like or like at like something that causes like Eddie Kingston the coffin match means Eddie like John Moxley is running away scared. Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
because John
Like
Moxley is not scared of Darby Allin. I'm
no,
sorry, he can literally throw Darby Allin into the crowd, and
Darby is his what's that word? Like Achilles heel though? I don't think he's
that's true.
ever yeah, I don't think he's ever
But
beaten Darby. I don't
so is
think.
Eddie King. Eddie Kingston's like his kryptonite. It can turn him into
Yes.
a good man. And I
Oh
think
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
more scared of that
Oh, I agree.
than Darby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, I absolutely agree. Yeah. Of all the people, it will be Eddie that he would not want to come back for sure.
Yeah.
Hell no, because he has been an absolute shit. But imagine
Shit.
if Eddie, yeah, imagine if Eddie Kingston comes back and he's on Moxley's side. But
No,
imagine, just
no.
imagine though.
My Eddie could never do that.
And he takes over the Death Riders for Mox while he like recovers from being buried alive.
Actually, I could actually low key love that, but like I don't. Eddie Kingston is like that really good baby face who's
Yeah,
like not a baby face.
yeah. Exactly. And now that we've got like Osprey, who's our like bubblegum baby face for the men, now that he's
Mhm.
out for a little bit, and Swerve is rehabbing as we speak, which is exciting
And
and also
Buddy,
very surprising. And Buddy, yay, but Buddy's working really hard. I think with Buddy it's going to be more of a slow
yeah,
slog for him with that stupid bloody ankle that just wasn't healing. But I hope he hits like a curve soon, and then all of a sudden everything just
yeah,
starts ramping up together. Because fuck, I miss Buddy Matthews so goddamn much. Um, but is he Matthews or Murphy in AEW? I've just
Matthews,
completely forgotten. Yeah, cool.
Matthews.
Um, yeah, I thought so. So like they really do need someone to like fill in that like
Hmm.
top little like baby face spot now. And yeah, it's a perfect little Eddie Kingston size hole. And we will all cry. All sickos will cry. Speaking of sickos, can we please stop having this fucking ick shit on the TV? Like, I know other people are
Yeah.
like Threads is where the sickos are and everything. I don't even want to
No,
see
it's Blue
that.
Sky.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
on Blue Sky.
yeah, I don't even want I don't want any of that. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
personally, I don't want any of it. Stop doing it. It like
I
gets my attention and I hate that. I'm watching wrestling, not like what's going on over here.
I mean, I'm just bitter because like we are on Threads, we are on Blue Sky, where we're the loudest and most positive, and
Yeah,
it just kind of feels disrespectful to me.
it's a little disrespectful. I mean, if we're
And
gonna
I
if we're gonna
mean,
I've got eyebrows
so
of unimpressedness. Yeah, just stop it, please. It's not fun.
just stop.
Just stop. Just stop, 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 stop. If you're gonna do it, don't do X. Here's Blue Sky. Or even Threads if you want to. Like mix it up. Mix it up. There you go. Mix
Mix
it
it
up.
up.
Um, can you do it in a different format? No, like not just
Can you
like a
make it like
big.
a little bit smaller, like not like something so in
Yeah,
your face?
it's so big. It's really, really big. Can you just kind of just shrink it a little? Come on, because it's too big. It's really,
Just a
really too
little
big. Ugh,
too big.
just too big, too big, too big, too big, too
There we
big.
go.
Get out of it. But yes, very, very excited for our incoming Mad King. Yay!
Yeah.
And speaking
It's like
of madness, the Bonkers Monet, which we would really like to happen soon, before we skedoodle away from here, shall we give a
yeah,
little? It's going to be a little one because honestly, this
it's gonna be a little one.
association hasn't really been around for what? I mean, it's been around since like what,
No, it's been about
2012?
two. I saw 2002, but there's no
2002.
Wikipedia
Okay,
page.
cool.
Yeah,
No,
there's no
no,
real
there isn't.
Wikipedia page. So
No.
there's not much about this promotion. which I think makes
Unfortunately,
this
no.
all the more great because like
Yes.
this is this is like so we're talking about the European Wrestling Association EWA in
Yeah.
which Mercedes holds um, the women's belt, which she won
Hmm.
in a triple match in Vienna, Austria
Hmm.
on June 6th against Lexa Valo and Mila
Who is awesome.
Schmidt.
Yeah.
Um, I'm hoping I'm saying their names right.
I th I think so. I think so. Yeah.
um, yeah, it looks like it was founded in 2002. And I
Mm.
mean, just from what I've seen online, the talent loves having Mercedes there. Like these are again
Yeah.
great matches for the women there because like she is the biggest women's wrestler in the world, whether
Exactly.
you like it or not.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Like in
they're
the world, because she's actually touring the world. Sorry, carrying on.
yeah, they're not a big promotion, and now they have Mercedes like doing promotion for them and marketing for them, and it's
Exactly.
bringing such eyes on it. And that's
Hmm.
the whole point of this gimmick is for us to learn about these promotions, for us to like
Hmm.
realize how worldwide wrestling is. And
Yes.
she's doing it, whether you like it or not. You may not. I'm really hoping you guys are learning the importance of
Hmm.
this gimmick and that it's not
Yeah.
just a belt collector gimmick. It's literally about celebrating wrestling and
Mm.
all the promotions that are outside of the kind of big major ones. And
Yeah, yeah. And like even beyond like the big indie ones as well. It's not just like the ones
mhm,
everyone's
yeah,
heard of. It's about like these little ones. And also onto that point of bringing like a worldwide audience onto these different little promotions. Um you also have the potential of even their own local like shows, like the people who actually
mhm,
like live in these countries could be like either, oh, holy fuck, I didn't even know it existed. I should go see these shows.
mhm,
Or, okay, well, Mercedes were there and they're promoting it. There's got to be something about this. More people at their shows. How is that a bad thing? How is that a bad thing at all? None of the titles are getting disrespected at all. I know a lot of like those kind of people are like, oh, well, when was the last time she defended them? Yada, yada, yada. And it's like, okay, if you've got to pick on something, I guess you can pick on that, but you're also not using like logic at all. But okay, go off,
she's
King.
she's one
Um,
person. She can't be in 9 promotions at once.
Right? Right. And they've also got their own like promoting that they've got
Oh,
to do and their own like schedule and stuff. And like, yeah, she's got like the big belt. But what's to say that like those promotions are currently working on their own women's division to like get them to the level of
the
facing
next.
Mercedes for the title. So when they win it, it's actually a
Mhm,
believable like outcome. You know, have you ever thought about that maybe?
yeah,
That like things need to be
the the
built.
the stars, yeah, and the stars that are going to come out of this are being the ones to defeat Mercedes. That's going to be huge for their career.
Massive. Like
Like
they would have never, ever,
I
ever thought that
I
would be possible.
I know it's my to me that people don't
See that?
see this. Like what she
No.
is doing is so incredibly helpful
Yeah.
and important to wrestling and keeping wrestling thriving outside of a wannabe underdog monopoly
Exactly, right? An
who
underdog
would they
monopoly.
had it their way would if they had it their way none of these promotions wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
A lot of these
Exactly.
promotions suffered because of
Yes.
actions this one company took,
Mm-hmm.
especially in Europe.
Especially in Europe. And another thing I would like to point onto that as well is that they never enhanced the companies that these wrestlers were coming from. It was like, no, 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 you turn into our product and
Hmm.
then we're going to push you. You're our product. Which, as with
You're our
AEW, they
product.
don't need everything to be their product. It doesn't have to be for them. It's not like a only this way or that's it. You know, you are still your individual promotion. You are still your individual wrestler from your promotion. You're like, representing. It doesn't have to whitewash into, well, now you got to be AEW doing AEW stuff. It's like, no, no, you keep on doing your own, but now you have a major incentive to build up your women's
Hmm.
division
Hmm.
to get these belts back
Yeah.
so we can have
I mean,
Bonkers Monet.
I ooh, um, especially when you think about the fact that these belts were just like in London at Forbidden
Yeah,
Door being carried by um the the
the
the
Queen's
guards
Guard. Yes. Well, it would be the
guard.
King's
They
Guard
were
now.
in now. They were carried by cheerleaders in doubt, like in
Yeah,
Arlington. Like
yeah.
these belts are getting extremely big airtime, and
Hell
there
yeah.
are going to be
They're
people
like
who
displayed.
love wrestling. Yeah, it's so amazing to see these like belts being like treat like she's not treating them like they're just an indie piece of gold.
No, they're not
Like
trinkets to her.
she's
They're all like
literally like
very special.
they're not.
No.
Hmm. And
And I
that's
think that is
amazing
one
to
of the
see.
arguments people. Oh, it absolutely. Sorry, I talked over you. No, no, absolutely. I love that as well. And I think, no, no, because you just raised a really good point in my mind of how, like, this is where people get their fodder from as well. These kind of people is that they're like, ah, they're just trinkets to her. They mean nothing, yada, yada, yada. It's like, you've said that out of your mouth. Just because you've said that out of your
Hmm.
mouth doesn't actually mean that that's what's going on here because it's not.
No,
Show your
she
ignorance, why don't you? But
she goes to these promotions. She spends time with not just their like women's division, but their whole
no,
division. She'll
the
train with
whole
them.
division.
She,
Hmm.
she literally works with these companies and these promotions and their talent to elevate them. And I don't
Uh-huh.
understand how that could be a bad.
It can't be right. Like, just imagine, like, obviously you've got like her wealth of knowledge in the ring, but also this other wealth of knowledge, which I think is very, very important to wrestlers who are in these, positions because they're in like
Hmm.
these companies. They're not like in like the higher up, more that kind of stuff. She can teach them all about how to make yourself wanted by all these promotions, how to
Hmm.
promote yourself, how to be a business person for yourself, how to
Hmm.
stand up for yourself, which it was the biggest thing that everyone who keeps on going on her started on because how dare she stand up for herself and the entire division and like want to have certain respect on a certain championships, like how dare she actually want to improve things that she touches? Like, how dare
Yeah.
she?
But
You know?
it's funny when like people like to me that people diminish what she is trying to do and
Mm,
are just respecting herself, but still praise the Bellas.
yeah,
They both did was both try to elevate a women's division,
that's all they tried to do. That's all they were doing.
but one gets
Yeah,
celebrated while
yeah.
one is getting criticized because why?
Hmm.
I think we all know why, but why?
I think we all know why. I think we all know why. I think there's a bit of the old racism as well, which
Hmm.
infuriates me so much.
Oh, it's wild. Like
It's wild, eh?
I
It's really, really wild.
like if that was Tony Storm doing this gimmick, I don't think anyone would have a problem.
Fuck no. Fuck no. People would be, and okay, I know I've said this before, I've made the distinction, but when I say people, we know who we're talking about, okay? It's not
Yeah,
just like the
we're not
general,
talking
no, 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 no,
about
no. We're,
people. It's a certain
uh.
subset of people.
Yeah. And it's I think I don't need to make the disclaimer, but because it's quite
No, but
obvious, but I
apparently,
just want to
yeah,
because
but
apparently still need to. Um,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
like
you do because I once wrote something, men do this, and then someone went like, and I felt bad because they actually like really apologized majorly after. They were like, I didn't mean it that way. I was like, well, you know not to do it. Uh, it's
yeah,
like, well,
there
not all men. We know. Just
we
can we just use
know.
general terms without being like
Hmm.
harassed or nonsense?
Exactly. It's like, we know, honey. I'm sorry I don't have your gold star on me right now. But if you get back to me maybe next week, I'll like, add you into the post of being like, boop, there you go. But as we know, not all men, all right? Because we don't need to goddamn put like a disclaimer on everything, all right?
Everything,
Stop mansplaining our own words to us,
everything.
okay? Damn you. Um, but yeah,
However, I will continue to mansplain to you what Mercedes Monet is doing because you need it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's just logic explaining, okay? That's just like, I'm sorry, you're obviously a little bit lacking on reading comprehension because you can't really comprehend what's going on in front of you. So let me just like narrow it down for you, okay? Yeah, someone on my TikTok for Don't Call Me Diva had the nerve to say that I mean it was one of these like I swear it was just one of these like bot like accounts or whatever the frick it had absolutely of no substance on their thing. But it's written on there, so if anyone sees my thing, they'll see it. Saying and this is why I knew this person had to like not be real and just some crazy ass bot. Because they said that AEW ruined Tony Storm. Like, what is that? That is not a real opinion. That is not a real opinion.
Wait. Tony Storm who got a pie in her face at the other promotion, who is now one of the top wrestlers in the world. Wrestlers, not just female wrestlers, had one of the top wrestling stories to ever exist.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Get
I gave them a
ruined.
ruined. She's completely ruined. Ruined for
Ruined.
everybody now. No one can touch her. Put a scarlet
I,
letter on
I,
her.
I,
Fucking put her in the shed.
that might
I
win the stupidest comment to ever exist. Not of the
know,
day,
right?
not of the week, of the month to ever exist.
Yeah, so I can't exactly remember exactly what I said to him, but I try like if you're talking to me, but if I'm like on, like my stuff, I prefer to like I prefer to one to like talk to you in a way
Oh,
that's like so much like you're completely wrong. So you got it?
it holds it up.
See? There you go.
Would you like to know what you
Fucking
said
it's
back?
so yes, please do.
You said, that's an interesting opinion. I would have just said dumb, but I'm not nice. I was Tony Storm has brought so many great wrestling moves back from the past and is one of the best wrestling characters in wrestling ever. Fact. I
Mhm.
really love how AEW is bringing back women's wrestling and building it back up to be the jewel of the US before the collapse, which is funny because we just talked about that.
Exactly.
Hope you enjoy your wrestling show. That was way too nice.
So that's
I'm really tempted to comment. That is the stupidest thing I've read all day.
oh, please do. Please do. Please do. Yeah, when it comes to like replying to YouTube comments or like ones on TikTok, I try to I try to not obviously like pander as well. Um, but I also don't want to I also don't want to like engage in like real arguing because for one, it's no point.
Yeah,
Two,
no, there's no point.
there's absolutely no point. Two, they gave me the engagement, so like, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I always like to thank them for that. And then just, just turn it into like, well, here's like the actual reality and then goodbye.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it,
Because if
it's
I
funny because
change
I
that,
had that happen. I saw a post. No, you're not going to change their mind. Um,
no.
I literally commented on someone's TikTok that said me because I want Tanahashi to have at least one WWE appearance, and I was like, hold up, I disagree. I was kind
Oh
of nice about
no.
it. I was like, Tanahashi is a star
Yeah.
and going to be a legend without ever setting foot in the WWE, and I can't
Yeah.
stress about enough about how important that is for
Very important.
the health of wrestling. Like
Yes, I
you
agree.
do not need WWE to be a star, to be a legend, to go down in the wrestling history books. And
Hell no.
I like WWE. I don't think people realize that, especially outside of the like United States, that
Mm,
WWE is just one of many like promotions
yeah.
that exist worldwide. As we're
Yeah.
learning with Mercedes gimmick, there are
Exactly.
a ton of wrestling promotions that exist, and that's special and
Mm-hmm.
that's amazing. And
Yeah.
um, so I had this guy, oh God, what did he say? Um, he wrote to me that AEW sucks. And I was like,
Okay.
like the point of this. Um,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, you can't handle the truth, huh? I was
Yeah.
like, and that's exactly why people who are legends outside of WWE don't need a WWE run.
Mm-hmm.
I walked away from this because he didn't respond, and I was like, well, I guess I hurt your little snowflake feelings.
Yes.
I'm claiming the term snowflake again, by the way, and
Oh, I
I'm
like
telling
it.
everyone I don't like snowflakes.
Love it.
Um, people are people are commenting on my post saying, "Oh yeah, I 100% agree," and then so he commented, "No one agrees," and they're like, "She has more likes on her comment than you have," which means more people agree with her than you. And he's like, "Oh, you're such a mark."
Just
Like,
like it.
you are arguing whether my post that my comment that has more likes than you have followers, by the way, means people don't agree with me. I think people liking a comment means they agree.
Yeah, I think that might just be like some sort of way of them saying that they're agreeing. Like I think.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Oh
he
my
does.
goodness. What?
He does call himself whiny and has a picture of CM Punk. That's really all I need to know about this guy.
That's all I need to know. I would have blocked him right
Yeah.
there for that fucking profile picture.
Uh, I'm having way too much fun
Oh,
watching him
nice.
argue with people,
Nice.
whether people agree with me or not. I'm like,
Is he actually? Is he
oh,
going on to
whoa,
that
where?
now? He's like, oh, this is an argument I can jump on. Because I've obviously been proven
he
completely wrong.
oh, what he said to me was, "Get a load of this bullshit, Oos." Like Oos, I'm like, what
Oh,
bullshit that you need
what
you don't need
bullshit.
WWE to be a legend? That's a
No,
fucking fact.
exactly.
It's a fuck.
It's happened
Tony
to Kenny Omega.
Tony, yeah. And let's argue Tony Storm
Yes,
is going to be a legend because of her AEW run, not
yeah,
anything she did in WWE. Mercedes
exactly.
Monet is going to be a legend because of what she's doing within AEW right now, not
Exactly.
WWE.
Mm-mm. No,
Who's
no,
producing
no.
legends?
They are. They are. And Stardom has ramped back up again. Like I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they've always been like a star, like producing company, but like, like the top stars are like getting out, which is a completely different story for another day. Which is why I was really glad that wrestlers like, I mean, she went to NXT, but like Julia got to have just more time years in her wrestling career. And Mina, because Mina would have been
Mm-hmm.
coming up to like the oh no, you're retired now stage. So now she has like a whole God, like another what, like 15 years that she could like keep
Oh
on
yeah, like
doing depending on her body, like in AEW.
yeah, I one of my favorite things right now too about women's wrestling is the fact that like they're kind of changing the narrative that you hit your late 30s, your mid 30s, and you're old,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I know people focus on like, oh my God, Toni Storm's only 28, she's so young, blah, blah, blah. But like, you also have incredible talent that's much older than that and doing incredible
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And like,
Exactly.
that's someone like Mina, and that's, you know, look at AJ Lee returning and being in the shape that she's in. You're
Yeah, I
not
saw
dead and
photos. She's
buried
in
because
great shape.
you turned like 35.
Exactly. Exactly. And I also love that that is also transitioning with the men's as well. With the
Hmm.
men's division too. You see a lot of like you know, a lot of like the older guys, they're in like the best shape of their goddamn life. Like
Oh
in
yeah. Like
AEW. It's insane.
uh, Christian Cage and Adam Copeland are what in their mid 50s and
Yeah.
like can
Yeah.
out wrestle some people in their 20s. Like
I know,
it's
right? It's
freaking
ridiculous.
insane.
It is.
Like,
And and like Athena, like breaking away from the wobbly wobbly as well, like physically, she got into insane, like physical, like physique, like amazing. But
hmm.
like character wise, she's blossomed so goddamn much
Oh
in
yeah.
the ring and everything. Like, oh my God, she's so much more because she really connects with the crowd. Because I wouldn't be surprised if
Hmm.
she got notes to like don't I don't think they're allowed to like interact with like certain wrestlers can't interact with the crowd, can't interact with the camera or anything like that. But like that like brings it out of her and her move
Hmm.
set is so like fuck me and
Yeah.
she can use her strength now. That's one thing I really love that you see out of a lot of wrestlers that have come from over there is when they get to actually use all of their skills
Moveset.
and they yeah all of their moveset, which is why I really fucking want like Bailey to come over to AEW because I really want to know what she can do.
I
I want
want
to, and
like
like,
she's so and someone like Rhea, Io Sky. Can you
I know
imagine
it's hard, eh?
what they could do when given the opportunity to go full on?
I know.
Because right
I,
now they do the WWE style, which is half of what they
okay.
can do.
Okay. Yeah. So
I think.
does she have, because I know this used to be a thing when I was watching them, like you would only get a certain maybe like 10 moves out of a wrestler like the whole time. It's like you know how like in AEW like they got like their finishes and stuff but like things will be evolving, other moves will be coming in, you know, especially now with like their training going on. The women's division are just pulling out all these submissions just like out of where, like what the fuck is that?
I don't
I
know,
haven't
like
I haven't seen that
what is
since like
that?
yeah, I have to like look back and I'm in like the 1920s fucking looking at old posters going Jesus Christ, is that it? But like, are they still, is that still kind of like the same thing
Oh,
that they were doing over there since
I
you
don't
last saw?
know. I'm not sure. I think about the fact that like I look at like a Mercedes, I look at a Athena, you look at a Ricochet, and you
Yeah.
see how
Oh,
these wrestlers have
definitely.
blossomed outside of WWE and being allowed to. I don't like go like
The
at this
trolls
like
are coming for you.
they
They're like,
are
no, she's making sense. Get
like they're
her.
they're allowed to like go at this different level like I had no idea Mercedes was capable of what she was capable of
No, I had no
until
idea
like
she had that
these
strength in her.
matches. Like Ricochet has completely surprised me. Like
Oh
I
my
was
God.
excited to see him in ring, but like
Yeah,
to hear him on the mic now, he's a totally different person. He's
he's
happy, he's
incredible.
thriving. You can see it in his face
You
and in the work
can.
he's producing. So like
Exactly.
I look at a Rhea, I look at an Io, and I like and a Bailey, and I see how good they
Yeah.
are there. And
Mm.
can you imagine what they would be like if given the opportunity
Mm.
to
Mm.
like be
Blossom.
them? I don't want to say be themselves, but like blossom and like especially Io getting out of that WWE style and going back to some of her roots. Like
Mm.
she like
Yeah. If
She is literally one of their best wrestlers, and I think
she's
she's
amazing.
only going at like half.
Probably.
So imagine at what she could be like in an AEW or somewhere that allows her to
I know,
pull from
right?
everything. Because
Like I'm a
unfortunately, the Performance Center trains them
yeah,
to the
a
WWE
certain way.
style,
Yeah.
and it
And
takes away what makes them special.
yeah. And like I can understand why they want to do that because of what they want to create, but at the same time, I'm like, why would you want such a diluted product?
I
You
would
know? I
like,
wouldn't. Like variety is the spice of wrestling, if not life, you know?
yeah,
And I love Io Shirai. I can't call her Io Sky. She's always going to be Io Shirai to me. Thank you very much. And that moment that she jumped off the fucking cage in the bloody garbage can, I was like, yes, please. More of that, please. Yes, please. That right there. And if we can't get an Io Shirai run in AEW for whatever reason, I at least then hope that we can get another Stardom run maybe before she
mhm.
retires. Although Stardom with their ages, maybe
But
not.
maybe New
But
Japan.
maybe New Japan, yeah. I would really love her to have like real freedom in wrestling to
Mhm.
showcase her actual skills. And obviously the same with Asuka, although for some reason I have less hope
I have
that
less
we
hope.
might see. Yeah, like Io Shirai, I have like maybe a third of hope. In reality, Asuka is probably like more like a tenth,
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Meanwhile,
because I would freaking love it.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
I would
like
love it. Like, imagine if both of them came, her, ER, and Bailey, if they all fucking like debuted at the same time as this massive fucking faction in AEW, like, murder me right then. I'm in heaven.
oh yeah.
Like, whoa, that would be so fucking good. But I just don't think the Asuka thing is really kind of
I
on
don't
the
think.
table. Kind
Yeah.
of like I don't, yeah, kind of like I don't think a Shinsuke Nakamura would be on the table. Although, goddamn, I'd want him in AEW
Can
so we
you
can actually see
imagine?
how he wrestles
Like,
because he is so goddamn good.
like I like. There's a part of me that always wishes AEW was around sooner. So like a Finn Balor and a Shinsuke
Yeah,
would have gone, and even it,
yeah.
Mr. Flat Earther himself, AJ Styles,
Yeah.
would have gone there
Mr. Uncle
and
Freddy
been.
himself. Oh, hello.
My favorite wrestler was Demon Finn, and
Yeah,
it is a night and day difference between the two.
it really,
And
really is. Yeah.
if if you don't believe when we say like wrestlers that outside of that have left WWE are shining now, go and watch some of their older
Go
stuff,
watch. Go
and
watch.
then watch what they've
Compare.
done now. And it's not just age because
No.
Kenny Omega,
Yeah.
the
We've
Young
got
Bucks.
plenty of, yeah, the Young Bucks of, is an amazing fucking example of being like, we'll just look over here and shush.
Yeah, like like it's not an age thing. It's 100% being put into a cookie cutter formula,
Yeah.
and
And not
that
being allowed.
to be creative and like I don't know, like be yourself in ring. Like
Yeah.
again, Ricochet,
Right. Right. I,
Mercedes are all
mm-hmm.
shining.
So shining. So, so shining. And you can hear it with the words that they use, especially because it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, those are they had input in those words. That's in like their own
Hmm.
words. Like obviously they'll have
Yeah.
like a subject or something, but like that wasn't like written for them like word to word. You don't hear the same thing coming
Oh
out of
yeah.
like the same people's mouths in like a
Oh yeah.
different accent. It's so much more personal, which makes it so much more better to get behind them
Mhm. Oh yeah.
or
And
against them.
there's always gonna be a learning curve when you're going from being a very scripted formula,
Yes.
right? Which
Oh,
is what we
yes.
all know the WWE does with their promos. They're very script heavy. But
Yes.
going to WWE where you get a like we don't really know if they get scripts. We've heard like I
Mm,
feel like I've heard many different things, but I feel like they're
yeah.
giving this is what you touch on, like have fun.
I'm assuming
And
keynotes and then yeah.
yeah, because you see someone like a Ricochet and a Mercedes who at first, yeah, like had a learning curve, and now look
Yeah,
at them. Like
exactly. Now look at them. They had to get over the trauma of being allowed
mhm.
to say what they want and then realizing what exactly it was that they actually wanted to say.
to say, yeah. Oh,
But it's great.
that, that's my rant for today. Because
Yeah, that's all of our rants for today. Thank you so much
yeah,
for
I just
joining us for the Books and Bex show where we rant all day and you just love it. Is there
you love
anything you would
the
like to
madness.
say? You do love the
Um,
madness.
you love the madness. That's about all I have to
Mhm.
say. At least for today.
Yes,
Who knows
carry on.
what? Who else know? Who knows what's gonna happen next week?
Exactly. And you can always catch us on Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok. Our lovely books is under Big, I was gonna say Bix and Body Slams.
I'd have to update my name.
I know. It's like, oh, I mean, not that I'm like, putting this out there, but that sounds like, our naughty show. Anyway, um,
Ooh.
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 Ooh. But your books and body slams on everything, eh? And then
Everything.
also please go check out more women's wrestling as well. Also on
Yes.
everything. That is you and Joshy G? Yeah? Or is it just you?
Yeah.
Yeah. As
But
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it's just, so go follow that as well. Also for the show. We may even also have a show TikTok, I would say, by this point as well, because there's so many things that we need to clip because we're just so
oh
goddamn
yeah, we're
hilarious.
so
Oh my
amazing.
God. We're just so amazing. So, so if you're missing out on our opinions, if you ever have a moment where you're like, oh, I wonder what they have to go say, go check us out on
Always.
there because we're always talking. You will get all the sass from me on my personal little shit, right? So like if you want to have a spicy conversation, co-catch us over there. I am Bex underscore Bastet at Threads and Bex hyphen Bastet on what's that other thing? Blue Sky. You can also catch the amazing Don't Call Me Diva show as well. We are also on TikTok. You can catch our double episode on that if you go check out the playlist in that show. But until then, my lovelies, keep crazy, keep enjoying wrestling. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.